Hello everyone, Xeno What If here. Bring in part 5 What If Jaune arc was a Mandalorian. Link in the description of the fanfiction of this What If. Listen here YouTube. I do not own anything and this is not a scam. Chapter 13. Beacon Cafeteria. Jaune. So Jaune, you brought our little kitty to your home. Jaune. Technically it's my grandfather's apartment and I just wanted to help a distressed friend. Weiss just glanced away in shame. Jaune. So did you do anything else? Jaune. If you're implying inappropriate behavior, then no. I hold the mentality that I should only engage in intercourse when I'm married and I'm 28. Jaune looked unimpressed. Any other man would be horny. Jaune. Well, being a parent does help you become more disciplined. RWBY looks at her sister and deadpanned. RWBY mumbled, yeah right, you're still childish though. Jaune barely caught that, trapped RWBY in a headlock. Jaune. What was that lil sis, I didn't hear you. RWBY. I give, cough. Blake looked on, enjoying her team's antics. Velvet approached the table. Velvet. I want to say thank you for helping me before. Jaune. It's alright, you're welcome. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, don't let society dictate your place in this world. Velvet blushed and gave him a gift. It was a piece carrot cake and she left. Blake smiled at the exchange. Jaune gave the cake to Lilith, knowing she will appreciate it more than he will, telling her to thank the lady next time they meet. Jaune. Well, lover boy, never knew you have such a way with words. Jaune. I just told her what she needed to hear, not what she want. Sugar-coating things and beating around the bush isn't my people's way. Weiss. You say your people like you're not part of our society. Jaune. That's because I live my life according to the ancient way where honor and duty is sacred next to family. Weiss. Please, how ancient could your family be? Jaune. It's not just family or bloodline, it's about our creed, and that is eternal. Jaune whistles. Blake smiles. RWBY addressed the elephant in the room. RWBY. How old is it? Jaune pondered. His creed is somewhat secret, only trusted allies and villages saved are the only ones that knows of their existence. The Mandalorians stay away from the power structure and politics of the kingdoms. Their hidden kingdom and outer villages are the ones considered truly secret. Their history is fine, it will be dismissed as a myth or a rumor. Jaune. It's over 4,000 years old, RWBY. We remain out of touch of the kingdoms because of their hypocritical and power-hungry council. Weiss. That's not entirely wrong, but 4,000 years. That's impossible. Jaune. I just told you what I believe and I don't care if you believe me or not. RWBY then pulls out a binder. Weiss. Is that my binder? RWBY. I have planned fun activities for our team to end our year with a bang. Jaune. I end my year with a yawn. Nora. Boo, and threw a grape at her. Jaune caught it with her mouth. Nora had a better idea and took a pie out. Jaune, seeing this, took his daughter outside. Then the war began. A few minutes passed and two guys are walking towards the mess hall. Son. Oh hey dude. Jaune simply stares at the two. Neptune. Hi. Jaune. Good day, I'm Jaune. Son. Well, this is my teammate and buddy Neptune. Neptune sees the girl behind Jaune's leg. Neptune. Who's the kid? Jaune. My daughter. The two idiots. What? Then the rooftop shattered and got their attention. Then a moment later the wall just suddenly cracked. The group entered the mess hall. Jaune, now wearing his vambraces with his student uniform, activated a hard light shield and protected his daughter from leftover food flying around while Neptune gets doused with soda. Neptune. Come on. Glinda then entered and glared at the two teams. Glinda. Children, please don't play with your food. Nora. Fearless leader, where were you? We could have won if you were here. Jaune. I don't want to expose my daughter to any unwanted behavior. Meanwhile, somewhere in Vale. Cinder. So you're saying this man is one of the most dangerous warriors in the criminal underground? Roman. That's not all of it, they're extremely dangerous, period. Cinder. Interesting, I might try and recruit him to our cause. Roman. Good luck, they're peacekeepers, so you're boned. Cinder. Well, that's a shame, I might add him to my list. Back to Beacon. JNPR dorm. There is a case laying on Jaune's bed. Jaune reads the note attached. It was from his grandfather. Garin. Jaune, I picked up some news. You'll need more help, so I had this delivered to you. You proved yourself worthy of it. May it help you on your mission. Inside the case was a Beskar spear. Chapter 14. Beacon. Jaune was walking towards the cafeteria with Lilith. As they got their food, someone waves at them. It was Velvet with her team. Jaune and Lilith walks to them. Velvet. Hey Jaune. Jaune. Hi Velvet. Coco. So this is the guy that helped you, huh Bun Bun? Not bad looking. As the pair sat, the team noticed the young girl. Coco. Hey, who's the kid? Jaune. My daughter. The team's eyes popped out their head except Fox. Jaune. What? Oh, I almost forgot. Jaune looks at Lilith. Jaune. Lilith, what should you say to the nice lady? Lilith looks toward Velvet. Velvet. Thank you for the carrot cake. Velvet blinked dumbly. Velvet. You're welcome. Coco. Damn, you work fast. Who did you knock up? Jaune. Language and no. Lilith's mother has passed away years ago. Coco. Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences. Yatsuhashi. Indeed, I'm sorry for your loss. Fox nodded. Velvet's ears drooped down. Velvet. I'm sorry Jaune. Jaune. It's fine. Lying to protect Lilith's sad past still is difficult. Velvet. So what's your name, little girl? Lilith. My name is Lilith. And I'm a bunny faunus like you. Velvet was surprised to say the least until she spoke again. Lilith. Are you gonna be my new mama? The rest of team's jaw hits the table. While Velvet's face just went red as a cherry. And Jaune did a spit take. Jaune coughing, struggling to correct his daughter. Jaune. No. Cough, honey, cough, she's our friend. Lilith. AAAAAAWWW. Jaune. Don't be sad honey, the time will come, just wait. Velvet regains her composure from the blushing mess she was minutes ago. Velvet. You're welcome Lilith. Coco. Geez, that caught even me off guard. Jaune. Sorry about her. Velvet. No, it's okay Jaune. Coco. Oh, it's okay. You wanna be her mama then Bun Bun. Velvet. Coco. Jaune just smiled at the antics. Hours later. Teams RWBY and PNR were looking for Jaune. Ruby. I wonder where Jaune is. Weiss. I don't know. Blake. Don't look at me, I don't know. Blake. He was helping me Young, knock it off. Pyrrha. I think he may be training, I saw he received some sort of package. I only got a glimpse of it when we entered the room, he might got a new weapon. Ruby. Ooh, I wanna find him now. Nora. Do you think he got a hammer? Ren. I doubt that Nora, he prefers precision than brute strength Nora. Nora suddenly narrowed her eyes and spoke in a cold tone. Nora. You think I'm a brute Rennie? Ren pales and remains silent. Nora then becomes happy-go-lucky again. Nora. Good love ya Rennie. Then they saw Team CFVY. They greeted each other and asked if they seen Jaune. They told them they saw him going to combat class, but it's still an hour before it starts and the room is empty. They all went there at the same time, curious on what he's doing. As they enter the room, they saw Lilith on Jaune's seat watching on her scroll. And at the center of the arena they saw Jaune surrounded by practice droids. But looking at the display, it was on the max difficulty, even fourth-year teams having a terrible time beating. Weiss. Is he insane? That setting was banned by Ms. Goodwitch. Meanwhile in Ozpin's office. Glinda. If he's anything like you have told me, this should be interesting. Ozpin. Indeed. While he had popcorn beside his coffee. Back to the arena. Jaune opened the battle with the Beskar spear and used it to precise efficiency. Jaune was quickly learning but still outnumbered. The teams were amazed at the skill level unknown to them that Jaune is an experienced bounty hunter. The teams notices that Jaune was slowly being overwhelmed when he. And the practice session was over. The Jaune heard a high-pitched squeal. Ruby. What is that? Ozpin's office. Ozpin. Forgot about those. Glinda. Sir. Ozpin. One of the Mandalorian's trademark weapons. It's been so long since I saw one used. What was its name? Oh. Whistling birds. Back to the group. Jaune. Ruby, no. Stay. I won't tell you how to make these, it's my people's guarded secrets. Ruby. Come on, just let me add the feature to Crescent Rose. Imagine a sniper rifle with an ability to deal with multiple enemies. Jaune. No means no Ruby, it doesn't mean maybe. Ruby pouts. Young pats her back. Weiss. Interesting tools there Arc. Atlas would kill to get those. Jaune. Not if I kill M first. Pyrrha. Didn't know you were skilled with a spear, maybe we can share lessons. Jaune, sure, but I can't teach you my people's techniques. Pyrrha, ah, Nora, woo, fearless leader, how did you did that, you were like Yahoo. Ren, Nora, calm down. Coco, yeah, and what is that gaudy looking armor, you need an update. Jaune, never in a million years, Coco. This armor has been with my family for 300 years. And I prefer function over style anytime. Coco, 300. Blake, yeah, completely forgot your lineage is old. Yatsuhashi, you have fine skills for a first year. Velvet just walked with Lilith towards the group. And the day continued as usual before Jaune had to begin his assignment. Chapter 15. Ozpin's office. Ozpin, that's the gist of it, Mr. Ark. Jane, so basically you want me to babysit 2 teams. JNPR is fine, they know to stay out of trouble, I practically had it drilled in their heads, especially Nora. But Team RWBY is a team of loose cannons and emotionally charged teens, more prone to hormones than logic. Glinda, that's the idea, another set of eyes would be good. Jaune, you do know I can keep them from dying, not out of trouble. And besides, I'm already looking after a child, I don't know if I can handle 4 reckless teens. Ozpin, honesty is good on your part, but just keep an eye on them and make sure they don't get over in their heads. Jaune, and about my daughter. Ozpin, Glinda will handle that. Glinda, I'll have to ask my teaching assistant for help, I'm busy running the academy. Glinda stares at Ozpin, who hides behind his mug. Jaune, who's your assistant? Glinda, Ms. Scarlatina. Jaune just nods, knowing the two will get along swimmingly. Jaune, and my compensation. Ozpin puts a large chunk of some sort of metal on his desk. Jaune's eyes widen as he took the rock. Glinda, sir, what is that? Ozpin, Mr. Ark will explain. Jaune, how did you come into possession of this? Ozpin, it was actually a gift from a previous Mandalore. Jaune, which one? Ozpin, Mandalore the Great, who won the Great War. When he became the King of Vale. He made one of my previous incarnations hold on to it until another Mandalore is to be chosen. Jaune, only one who has achieves a noble and great act, is to be given that title. Ozpin, I know, I'm looking at him. I believe you are the one, as you have demonstrated uncompromising honor and dedication. Glinda, you still haven't explained what that rock is. Jaune, it's Beskar, the indestructible material my armor and weapons are made of. Glinda, if it's indestructible, how do your people mold it into shapes? Jaune, ancient techniques only my people know. This metal is also a part of our culture. As our forefathers were the first and only to discover this. Any outsider caught in possession of this is either we buy it of them, and if they prove hostile, well, no one will ever know. Most people couldn't find any use of a rick they can't break. Glinda took in all the details. Ozpin, will that be enough as compensation? It's all the Beskar I have. Jaune, well, with this amount I can be employed until the end of my time here. Ozpin, good, I trust you'll bail Team RWBY out of trouble. Jaune nods and leaves. Jaune was almost close to his room while he heard a discussion in Team RWBY's room. The conversation is the same as canon. Later that day at CFVY dorm room. Jaune knocks on the door and it opens to reveal a familiar girl. Velvet. Oh hi. Jaune, Miss Goodwitch told me you were looking for someone to watch over Lilith. Jaune, yeah, Headmaster Ozpin has commissioned me for a mission. Velvet. Okay, she looks down. Hi Lilith, I guess you're gonna stay here for the meantime. Lilith. Yeah, Papa is busy today. Jaune kneels down. Jaune. Okay Lilith, be a good girl now, make sure you behave and don't give Velvet any trouble. Lilith. Okay Papa. Jaune. Thanks again for this Velvet. Velvet. It's alright Jane, be careful on your mission. Jaune then left, while Coco watches the scene. Coco. So hubby is going to work now, huh? Velvet. Coco. Later at the bridge, Team RWBY and Sun and Neptune faces off with Roman and the Paladin. RWBY. Okay bum. RWBY didn't even get to finish giving her order as a rocket flew past them and hit the Paladin square on, disabling it. The team looks over to Jaune walking through the smoke. Weiss, what are you doing here? Jaune, I'm working under Commission Schnee, I'm a bounty hunter. Team RWBY just gawked at the fact that a teen in their 18th year is a father and a bounty hunter. Jaune then approaches a downed Roman. Roman proceeds to dust off his coat. Roman, do you know how long it takes to clean this? He looks over only to pale at his new assailant. Jaune throws over a disposable scroll that shows Roman's face with a sizable number under his name, wanted bounty 1 million lean. Roman looks to the bounty hunter. Roman, wow, that's a big number. Look, maybe we can be civil about this. Jaune, I can bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold, your choice. Roman gulped until a short girl got in between them. Neo glares at the warrior. Roman then pulls her aside. Roman, listen, Squirt, don't make an enemy out of him, trust me, you'll regret it. Neo just looked at him, shocked to see Roman genuinely afraid. Then Neo's eyes just glowed and the pair proceed to shatter like glass. Jaune, she's able to use solid illusions. RWBY, Jaune. Jaune turns to the team as some of them complained that Roman was able to escape. Yang, he got away. Blake, we know Yang, we were there. Weiss, you, how in the world are you a bounty hunter? You mean you just do this for the money? Jaune, do you really think that's all the reason is? He glares. Jaune, I just help out where I can, the bounties are just a bonus. I have a kid to feed, or are you insinuating that I should be a deadbeat father? Weiss just shuts up. A bullhead then lands near them. Ozpin and Glinda walks out. Ozpin, it seems quite a mess you six have made here. Weiss, Headmaster, how? Glinda, we saw the news of your haphazard operation. All 6 of you will be receiving detention. Yang, come on, we stopped a bad guy. Glinda, and resulted in thousands in property damage and multiple injured civilians. Weiss, what about him? She points at Jaune. Ozpin, I commissioned him to hunt down Roman. That is until you 4 decided to take the matter into your own hands. Blake looks down. RWBY, but Headmaster, we could explain. Ozpin, we can discuss this later in my office, Miss Rose. Later at an undisclosed location. Emerald, wow, Roman to be beat by a bunch of kids. Roman, it wasn't just them, that Mandalorian is back and he destroyed that paladin in one shot. Mercury whistles. Cinder, so far you've told me this Mandalorian seems like someone I can bend to my will. Roman, good luck then, so far no one has ever beat even one of them. Cinder, you mean there's more? Meanwhile near Mount Glen, Koska, ma'am, we have found them. Then out of the shadows a female Mandalorian steps out. Bo-Katan, good tell Ark we found his quarry. And this at the end of part 5 this what if, hope you guys like it. Do not forget to leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel.